Hello, everyone. I'm Cordell, and are you ready to live out your worst nightmares?
I'm Sammy, and are you ready to make those nightmares into Pokemon?
And my name is Caleb, and what if we made those nightmares very horny?
And welcome to Junk House.
It's a psychobilly freakout!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Junk House. You know it's going to be a good episode when we've got Pokemon and horny.
Yes. Lopunny is definitely here.
Yep, Lopunny is here, and
Yeah.
I am feeling it.
I feel Gardevoir in this Chili's.
Is there the spirit of sexy Pokemon in this house? Move the planchette.
I'll tell you in advance. I'm not my horny is not for Pokemon this week. So
okay, fair.
They
are separate.
Throwing in a little spoiler.
Ooh, spoiler alert.
Anytime we talk about Pokemon, horny, or fear in any given way, good episode. All three, this is a hat trick kind of day.
Yeah,
I feel it.
This really is. And mine's a game, so it's kind of just like a four. It's like a good one, you know.
And mine is again a question I'm posing to the group. You want to dive right in?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
First of all, time for a little bit of an Oktoberfest recap for any of you following at home.
Recap. Yeah.
So, as you've all known, watched Halloween. Good movie, good flick, enjoyed it. Since then, Emily and I watched Hocus Pocus and Hocus Pocus 2.
Okay.
I wasn't a huge fan of Hocus Pocus 2. Felt it didn't have the charm of the original, but again, I might just be old and not its target audience. I really keep trying to recenter that in most of my critiques because I'm not the target audience for everything.
I thought Hocus Pocus 2 was fun, but not as good as the first.
That's kind of where I was sitting.
I have not seen either.
Okay, Sammy,
what?
Hocus Pocus 1 is an absolute delight, and you kind of have to now. Please.
Yeah. By the end of the month, I will.
Return to us next recording, or else.
Okay, I can do that.
Cool.
Yeah, I can do that.
I think you'll love it, and I'm very curious to see what someone seeing it for the first time in the year of our Lord 2022 will think.
Okay, yeah, I will write notes and everything.
Excellent, good stuff. Yeah, and then last night, Emily, my sister, and I watched Crimson Peak together, which was not what I was expecting to be, and had about 35% more incest than I thought there would be.
Yeah, good movie.
It was a pretty good movie. Just I personally never see an incest plot coming, but when that showed up, my sister was like, "Yeah, saw it the whole time."
It seems like the people that you watch movies with the most are always just like, yeah, I can see that coming.
Yeah, and it's like, I consider myself to be like a storyteller. I consider myself to be a person who interacts with stories a lot and is pretty good at like analyzing and creating them.
Yeah.
But when I'm watching something, I just kind of intentionally go stupid brain just to have a good time.
It's appears the best way to watch.
Yeah. So it appears that no one else around me does that. Emily's always guessing what's happening. And my sister's like, oh yeah, I could smell the incest from a mile away.
I don't know if I want to smell the incest that was bad phrasing. That was bad.
I think it was perfect phrasing. You can always smell the incest. Anyway.
That might be my nightmare.
That's my least favorite candle.
The smell of incest.
The smell of incest.
Also known as Game of Thrones, season 1 through 8.
Oh yeah, true.
Well, the whole candle actually, they've designed it in a way that when you burn it, it smells exactly like your sibling does.
Ooh, that feels weird.
That feels
exactly,
gross.
Yeah. That company is going under.
It better.
Yeah. It's got a very niche market that really likes it, though.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
On the non-movie front, we've also done our favorite crockpot hot chocolate, which is essentially like What's the heavy cream, but not like heavy
Heavy
sweetened
whipping
condensed
cream?
milk.
Sweetened
Sweetened
condensed-
condensed
Oh,
milk.
okay. Yeah.
It is sweetened condensed milk, chocolate chips, and some milk. And it is essentially drinking melted chocolate. I think I might be missing a sugar or something in there. But it's a delightful hot chocolate. And it's our favorite. We also made some cookies and cinnamon rolls. So we're really in the swing of celebrating.
Hell
but-
yeah. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! I had chili over sweet potatoes last night.
Whoa! They did the mash.
I had Chinese food. Ooh.
Nice. I did have sushi for dinner. It was delightful. I love sushi so much.
Fucking
We're going
shout out
to
sushi.
Emily's. Yeah, we're going to Emily's house for Thanksgiving, and near where she lives is a all-you-can-eat sushi place, and I am so thrilled.
I don't know if I
Ooh.
trust it.
Well, no. What you do is you go in, you sit down, you pay the price, and then you order like 2 plates of sushi at a time. They make them, bring them out, and you can just keep ordering more sushi. Made to order every time.
Where is this, and how fast can I be there?
Pensacola, Florida. How fast you driving?
I'm looking up.
Fast.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, fast. For sushi, fast. While Caleb is looking that up, though, my question for this week is, if you had to choose a horror genre to live through,
Ooh.
what genre would you pick? Like,
Oh
like,
my
yeah.
God.
any horror genres on the table, you have to pick one, and you have to get through the entire movie. You are guaranteed to be a survivor, but you will have to suffer all of the traditional indignities and frights that come along with that storytelling.
Yes.
So, like, guaranteed to make it, but also guaranteed to suffer what comes with it. Which, like, we can do pros, cons. We can just pick one and explain it. Like, I just want to know what y'all would be into.
Well, I don't want anything where I lose a limb.
Mm.
Like, I think I would rather I feel like it would fuck me up more long term, but like anything just like mental horror.
Like what?
Like some of the just more horrors that are like realistic. It's like a kidnapping with a terrible person and he's being a creeper bitch the entire time.
Got it.
Like I don't want to live through a Saw, you know?
Yeah, but you do Silence of the Lambs over Saw.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Interesting.
Maybe not
wouldn't-
specifically Silence of the Lambs being like
Yeah,
at the bottom of the well.
Yeah, and I imagine that would be very uncomfortable as a trans person to go through.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trans allegory in there.
It's not really allegory so much.
Well,
They kinda
it's
just
never
make the
like
trans person the bad person. So
Yeah.
It's been like 6 years since I've seen that movie,
The,
so I may be misremembering a lot of it.
The serial killer in the film is straight up a man dressing up as a woman and trying to make like lady outfits out of people's flesh and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely misremember.
Which they don't present him as like typical trans, always killing, but they do it's uncomfortable given the modern climate.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for bringing that up.
I
No,
want
you're
to be
fine.
in a big monster horror movie.
Yeah, like big monster or like big monster?
Like big monster.
Like Cloverfield?
Yeah. Yeah,
Godzilla?
give me a Cloverfield. Give me a Godzilla. Because here's the thing. At the end of that, I just go home knowing that there's a big monster. Like, that's it. I don't have to
true.
really give a shit afterward.
That is true. Like, especially if you're on like the outskirts of the city, you're just watching.
Yeah.
You're just
That's kind of
vibing.
what I just want to be like the man in the establishing shot where it shows him looking up into the sky and then you see like the shadow of the monster and then that's the only thing you see of that guy. Like after that, he is ignored for the rest of the plot.
But the problem is you would have to like live through the plot. So if we're going on the Cloverfield thing, you got to be in the party. You got to like go out on the street and see the Statue of Liberty. You've got to go through the subway tunnels with the little ones.
Oh
Oh
god.
god.
Yeah, like you've got to live through this. If we're in Godzilla, you've got to be like the little kid on the train who can't find his parents.
So what you're
Well-
telling me is that instead of being the cool guy that just like looks up in the sky and says, "Well, something's gonna happen," I have to go through shit.
Yeah, that's why this question is a question.
Oh god.
This isn't just
Oh,
what monster
God.
movie would you want to see from a distance. No,
No,
you're gonna
no,
live
but
through it.
That's like my dream. I want
I
to
know.
watch other people suffer. Not wait, that sounds worse.
Yeah.
That
No,
that sounded
speak
better
your truth.
in my head. That sounded better.
You
I
know
don't
what
wanna-
movie I want to go through? Don't
Super
Breathe.
Mario Brothers. Oh, that movie fucked me up.
That's a gnarly one.
It's gnarly as fuck, but think about it like this. I'm just the person that finds out what is going on and can go to the police. I
I mean,
have to
that's-
live through it, but I'm the one
Yeah.
that
like
I-
you
I'm
get out of
helping-
there.
I'm also helping bring this terrible human being to justice.
And then they don't make a sequel where I guess he's the hero now?
Yeah, let's pretend like that.
Like
That
I
was so
haven't
weird.
watched it
I
because
didn't-
I'm fairly
yeah.
certain he's the hero, but the trailers are like, you remember that psychopath from Don't Breathe? Here's a movie where he's a loving father.
You're like, oh, okay.
Is it? Can I live through an Alien movie, but not Alien? Can I be the cat?
Yeah.
Can I just be the cat in Alien?
No, you gotta
No,
be
that's a
Sigourney
cheat code.
Weaver.
I mean, I would take being Sigourney
Yeah,
Weaver.
yeah,
Let's
right,
be honest.
right?
Sigourney Weaver's hot.
We would all be Sigourney Weaver, and I think that's a universal truth.
Yeah, like
Also, her name is not Sigourney. I think we've talked about this here before. That's not her real name.
I don't remember if we've talked about this.
Okay, well then I'm gonna look it up. Caleb, I think you would do well in a movie like Signs.
I think I
yeah,
would too.
Signs would be.
Yeah, I feel like I would
perfect.
do well because I think I would just kind of be like, all right, whatever. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like I wouldn't be freaking out. I would just kind of just be like, okay,
I think
it's a Tuesday.
I would live through like any given M. Night Shyamalan horror because
Yeah.
none of them are really
Yeah.
all that bad at the end of the day.
Very
Sigourney
fair point.
Weaver's 73.
What the fuck?
What?
Also, she's been married to the same spouse since 1984.
Oh,
How
that's
old
beautiful.
is How old is Susan Sarandon? I need to know this right now.
I'm looking it up, but Sigourney's name is Susan Alexandra Weaver.
Oh,
What? Okay.
Susan
Get it, Susan.
Sarandon is 76.
she can get it.
Yeah,
Susan Sarandon is beautiful.
that's true. I've been thinking about which kind of horror I'd want to go through.
Real
Yeah.
quick, I think Cordell.
Oh yeah, you tell
With-
me what you think I should go
I
through, and then
think
I'll
and
respond.
this may be a little controversial. A little.
A little bit.
People may not agree with me on this one.
Okay.
I think Cordell would do very well in a Freddy scenario, a Nightmare on Elm Street type movie.
Like I
Okay.
get to be a dream warrior.
Yeah, like you get to be a dream warrior. And I think it's because Cordell would just make everything into a joke and annoy the hell out of Freddy. And so Freddy would just be like, I want to kill you now. I've never seen the movie. I imagine that's what he sounds like. Yeah, I want to kill you now, Cordell. Is that what he sounds like?
He's not Gargamel.
Oh, okay. I thought he was sounded kind of like Gargamel or maybe Orko from Masters of the Universe.
No. Do you know who Freddy Krueger is, Caleb?
He's like the burn victim guy, the burn victim looking guy, right?
Yeah, but do you know like his story in the movie?
He's like a dream demon.
He
Yeah,
was a
before that.
pedophile who was burned alive by the parents of the town after he raped and killed several children.
Yeah.
And so he
Oh
stalks
my
teenagers
God.
in their dreams to kill them.
I didn't.
He's got a
know
wicked
that.
sense of humor, but he is a dyed in the wool monster.
Dang.
Yeah, he terrible.
I mean, I think I do
Beetlejuice.
pretty well. Ooh.
Are we
Ooh.
counting? If we're counting Beetlejuice as horror, all three of us would do very well in Beetlejuice.
I think Beetlejuice. Oh, he said it 3 times. He's somewhere. He's somewhere.
Oh fuck.
I think if you qualify it as horror, then you also have to qualify Edward Scissorhands as horror because he's sharp.
He's sharp and spooky.
He do be
Also,
sharp.
like the real horror of that movie was that one lady trying to force herself on him. Let's be honest.
Oh, and Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched that at the office last year. Like we were just kind of like bored,
Okay.
and there was like we were bored and wanted something on in the background at work, so we turned on Edward Scissorhands, and I got very sad.
It's a sad movie.
It's a very sad movie.
I want to be in something like The Conjuring.
Okay.
Like
Because you want to have a ghost experience.
I do. I really so badly want to have a ghost experience.
Now-
It has been such a common thing in my life. And side note, Emily has said she's willing to go stay in a haunted hotel with me, so I might be able to make this a reality.
That's
I'm down as well.
beautiful. I'm down. Let's do a junk house live from a haunted hotel.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I'd do
There's
that.
one in Eureka Springs, pretty close.
That's
to
the
me.
one she's down to go to.
We could
Now,
set up
Cordell,
cameras and do.
Would you like a ghost experience as in The Conjuring, or a ghost experience as in that one scene in the Ghostbusters where Dan Aykroyd receives a blowjob from a ghost?
That's a very
Now you
important
know the
question.
answer. And it's the ghost blowjob every time.
Yeah.
The
Like-
ghost job.
You guys remember when your parents showed you that when you were a child, and then you were kind of like, what's going on? And then you were like, then flash forward and you're 20 years old and you haven't watched it in like 6 years, and then you watch it again and you're like, Dan Aykroyd just got head from a ghost.
I remember both that scene and the scene where Sigourney Weaver as like Gozer is trying to
Oh.
force herself onto Bill Murray. I rewound those scenes a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like as a
VHS.
teenager.
VHS, hit rewind.
Yeah. I think I DVR'd it and was like
You dealt with commercials?
I did, but I got to fast forward because it was DVR.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's really like a truncated commercial because I still got to get through it, but I'm fast forwarding. I don't mind.
it's speed.
Yeah.
But
I think
Yeah.
Sammy would do very well in like, I feel like The Village. Like I feel like Sammy would do well
Ooh,
in like an old timey, like the Vivitch.
ooh, not the Vivitch.
I would definitely be main character in the Vivitch.
Yeah, the Vivitch.
The
I would
Vivitch.
become, spoiler alert, I would become a witch at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all naked and dancing, and that sounds
That's
pretty fun.
I
And then
remember
they
when
float
that
in the sky,
movie-
they're like, woo. You know?
Like,
I
if
rem-
I could be a naked lady dancing with other naked ladies, I would.
I remember when that movie came
Who
out,
wouldn't?
me and my friends were the only people in one screening of it at Cersei. And we were just like sitting there watching it. And at the very end of the movie, we were all like, holy cow, that was so good. And my friend Sam just looked at all of us and said, there's no fucking titties in that whole movie. And we all just died laughing.
I'm pretty sure there is a little bit,
There
but
is
it's an
titties.
ugly old
There's
lady
only
titty.
there's creepy titty, but not titty.
But there's titty at the end. You can see in the background there's titty.
A little bit. It's
There's
it's
blurry
long distance.
titty
It's
and
long
creepy
distance
titty.
titty. Like that's not
Okay.
really.
I'm
I
down
will
to go through
say
that.
that is there have been a couple movies recently that have had creepy titty, and I appreciate that. Like
You gotta
I-
at least
Creepy titty is
appreciate it,
cool,
you know?
yeah.
like I don't quite like how the auto assumption for every like naked lady in any horror thing ever is ooh sexy, even if she's
Yeah.
the monster. Like, I've seen a lot of ugly human beings in this world, most of whom I would not want to see naked. Imagine they're trying to kill me, and I'm like, there's no sexy about that. I'm
Yeah.
out. I want to go through the thing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Good.
Knowing aliens exist.
Yeah, but also like you just get to play Among Us in real life while all your friends brutally die.
Among Us imposter. Oh
Yeah.
no, Cordell is sus.
Cordelis sus. Where were you when they died?
Well, I was right here looking at it, and then I didn't get assimilated, I promise.
Give me your blood.
Okay. But I'm scared of needles, so I can't give you my blood. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You
I
might be
promise
scared.
not a monster.
You might be
Okay.
scared of needles, but are you scared of this giant knife?
Yes, as well.
Stab, 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 stab. I'm
Oh
stabbing
no,
you.
do
Stab.
chest compressions. Ah, his chest ate you. Oh no.
no.
But are you scared of? We read reviews and they're really bad, so guess the movie.
I'm never scared.
I'm
Okay.
pretty scared.
Well, on this week's episode, this is a 2-star review from Nathan
Ooh.
Rabin.
This is better than we normally get.
If
Yeah.
you've ever wanted to know what Justin Long would look like as a walrus, then this is one of your better options.
Ding 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 ding. Set 1, 2, 3. Tusk.
Walrus. Oh, I thought it was called
Called
walrus.
Tusk.
I went with an easier one because it's a
You
very
said that
obscure movie.
so confidently.
Yeah.
Caleb.
Walrus.
Walrus.
This was another good one. First third. This is why podcasts are podcasts and not movies. Second third, the human centipede and marijuana are a dangerous combination. Third, Johnny Depp must be stopped.
I remember at one point, I think it was Olivia was like, I've heard Tusk is like an okay movie. Should we watch that sometime? I was like, no, we won't.
No.
No, that's a
Here's-
level of body horror I don't want to deal with.
And here's the thing about Tusk. I feel like you get the entirety of the movie by simply looking up a picture of the end result.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
there's no real. It is one of those movies where it is. I personally view it as like you're there the entire time to see the end result. You Google the picture and you have saved yourself an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I don't think there's anything worthwhile to get you there.
I would rather watch Yoga Hosers. And I have seen Yoga
I have been
Hosers.
curious about Yoga Hosers.
It's not good.
It's not. Never mind. I won't watch it.
So the whole thing is Nazis that are like sausage people.
The
Wait.
fuck?
Sausage.
Like
people?
they're little like it's not even worth
Like
explaining.
Vienna sausages.
Kinda, yeah.
Huh.
And the main
I don't-
heroes are yoga Canadians. So they're yoga hosers.
Speaking of Canadian horror, there are 2 Canadian horror zombie movies that I think are. One is pretty good because I've seen it. The other one I'm interested in. The first one that I haven't seen is called Blood Quantum,
Okay.
and which is the term they used to use, still use a little bit to this day, of like, how much native do you have in your blood? Like, what percentage? What's your blood quantum?
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
The premise of this zombie movie is that there is a zombie virus going around that a tribe of like indigenous people is immune to. And so white people start coming to their reservation to try to escape the zombie virus.
Interesting. Okay.
The other one is called Pontypool and is an absolute delight of zombies because it is like a very fresh take on a zombie virus and on the story. It's just a radio station host relaying news about the increasing waves of violence across Canada as he is trying to figure out what's going on, and he and the small group of people there are trying to survive. It's pretty dope, not gonna lie.
But you know what also is dope? Is also fun?
What?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
And I thought today we could create a Pokemon, a ghost type Pokemon. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's spooky month.
Yeah.
We got to make a
Mhm.
ghost type. I
Yes.
looked through, fun fact, the only type that hasn't been paired with ghost type in a Pokemon is rock.
Rock.
Every other type exists with paired with ghost. Also, ghost is tied with fairy as the second rarest type.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the first one is?
The actual
The
rarest
most
Pokemon type?
rarest. The mostest
I'm
rarest.
gonna guess normal.
Dragon.
Ice.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost.
Okay.
Ghost rock. Rock ghost.
We don't have to make a rock ghost, but
No. I got a good idea. Though.
I got
Okay.
one too for rock ghost, but we
Okay.
can do another ghost too.
Okay. Here's my idea for a rock ghost.
Okay.
Its name is Lamplighter, and it's kind of like the idea of like a miner who died in the mines, and so it's like this
Ooh.
little like floating like lamp light that from the bottom you have like a swinging pickaxe made of rock.
Huh.
Aww.
That's cool. I like that.
And it's Lamplighter.
I feel like for a rock ghost, I kind of want to go the abandonment route because a lot of good ghost types are like, they abandoned something and it got really sad.
Yeah.
So like, what about a pet rock that got abandoned? And as such is like, it's like this like rock golem kind of deal that's like all these pebbles and stuff floating together. And there's a hole where its heart is.
Oh.
And
but it evolves with friendship.
Yeah. And it evolves with friendship and then like is much stronger and that hole in its heart is gone and it's now got a smile in the rocks. That's my rock.
A fairy ghost.
I want it to still be a rock ghost.
It's a fairy ghost that can learn rock type moves.
I can accept that.
Yeah. What if it's a skeleton of a dead person, but the bones have turned into rocks, and it's kind of like from its like kind of half of its rib coming out of the ground, and it's got like flowers, and it's named Skellybones.
Skellybones.
I like Skellybones.
I think going off of that, it is a fossil Pokemon, but of a very, very old, like, warrior. Yeah. So instead of being like a normal revive from fossils, it is like a human skeleton that has fossilized itself. Like it is petrified. It's all stone now.
Yeah.
And it goes around and it uses a rib as its sword, and it's like an old Roman soldier.
Ooh, I like that.
And it's very cute. It's not very good at what it does.
Yeah.
And then
like
it evolves and is
cartoon
much more
skeleton.
efficient. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this idea. I also have an idea for like a pure ghost type, as that is my
now let's expand
favorite
it to
Pokemon
other.
type. Which, first of all, Ghost is my favorite. Psychic is my second favorite. That is very much the wheelhouse I work.
Do you have a favorite
Pokemon,
ghost type that already exists?
Gengar, 100%.
Are you aware that is ghost poison?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You just said ghost was your favorite, and I wanted to like make
Ghost is if it has ghost in its typing,
Got
I
it.
probably had it on my team at some point.
Did you
Respect.
know that the only Pokemon that are ghost psychic are legendaries?
Yeah.
Which one is ghost psychic? Is that
Hoopa, Lunala, and Calyrex when he is the Shadow Rider.
is Lunala ghost? I thought it was just psychic.
It's psychic ghost. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Wow. I
Yeah.
want to go look at this Pokemon again.
It's the
Yeah.
bat. It's the
So
bat.
Oh.
Right.
I was thinking Cresselia. That's why I was so
No.
confused.
I think she
'Cause-
now psychic fairy.
She probably is. They've
Maybe.
been adding that everywhere. She
They're
might just
throwing
be
it
psychic
everywhere.
though. I'm looking her up.
Looking her up. Okay, but
She's just
Caleb.
psychic.
Okay, just like,
Here is my idea.
okay.
It's a ghost of a former Pokemon trainer.
Oh.
And so if you have it on your team, it has a static ability that like actually gets into the mainframe of the game and helps you pick your next move. And like highlights, it probably wouldn't work at all, and it wouldn't be good. But
It gives
no.
you 6 more slots for Pokemon.
Yeah, it gives you a whole other 6 slots, but you have to have that as your Pokemon on the field, and then go in to use a certain attack to then put out a second Pokemon.
All of its moves it learns, it'll only learn 18 moves. And so it's the Ghost of Pokemon Trainer. Instead of having Pokemon it sends out, each move, the attack animation is like a Pokeball appears, but it is formed from the energy of the type of move, and it's just throwing it at the opponent. So it learns one for each type, like that was the Pokemon it had when it was alive.
Whoa.
I dig this.
I feel like that would be the entire, like, that would be a gimmick game, like a Coliseum or like XD.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
like it is absolutely a gimmick.
Spirits of Helder, or like something wicked.
Pokemon, in with the old, out with the new.
Gen 1 is the only generation here. You're welcome, everyone. Hope you don't miss them.
Pokemon, catch them all, and there's only like 100 or something.
Pokemon, there's just 7 of them.
Pikachu. They're all Pikachu.
Pokemon, it's only Rhydon.
The OG, the OG boy. I like the idea of like a ghosty gremlin, a little bit like Sableye, a little bit like Rotom. Cause like Rotom's got the like ghost electric, it's got the fun gimmick of going into whatever it wants. And Sableye is just one of my favorite designs, even though it's not like the bestest. I'm looking for kind of a blend of them.
Yeah.
Like a ghost electric that rather than going into things is just really good at messing them up. Like it's got like kind of a like Sableye little impish gremlin-y build, and it's like claws are little like lightning bolts, or maybe they're like little metal pieces that it can use to get in and like mess up stuff. Like the gremlins from World War II and things like that.
Almost like you just idea if it has like somehow an immunity to electric types because it's constantly messing up their field, you know?
Like Volt Absorb or something. I think there's a type that'll like boost it if it gets hit with electricity. So like that sort of thing. Or maybe it's got this, maybe it's a really well-meaning Pokemon that likes to help, but it's got an electric field around it that just like screws with electronics, and there's a bunch of little gizmos and gadgets that float around it all the time.
It's like a poltergeist.
Yeah,
it's like
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think I might do that instead.
Its name is Hack and Screw because it screws up things, and it's a hacker.
It's almost there. I don't know if that's.
Its name is Two Pump Chump.
They have a Pokemon called Executor that's a bunch of eggs. I feel like Hack and Screw is pretty on the nose.
Well, Executor doesn't make you go, yeah, someone was horny.
What?
Hack and Screw? Like.
Cordell?
You can't name a Pokemon Screw.
Cordell, not everything has to be horny. Like, do you
Doesn't
play
it?
Metroid and then you get the screw attack and you're like, oh, fuck, I get to fuck Samus. Like, that's not how the game works.
Ridley is what makes me horny.
Ridley's hard when he's in the metal form.
You guys ever played a Metroid?
No. I want to do some ghost types that are like more of the more like mythos, more like
Ooh.
legends of different cultures, which they've been doing that already. But like, what if we got Sasquatch the goat?
Mothman
as a ghost, as a bug ghost type.
bug type.
Okay, here's the thing. This is a conversation for a different day, and it's us going through a list of cryptids and giving them Pokemon types.
I love that.
So I don't want to get
idea.
into that too deeply because
That
that's
could be
another
next week.
genius talk. Yeah, exactly.
That's last week of October type of thing.
Yeah. I think,
Sheesh.
though, if we're talking like legends and stuff, I want a ghost type that is like a woman in white.
Ooh, yes. True.
Where like you only really see it if you're like traveling alone at night. And it's like off to the side and it's like wailing and screaming and crying. And then when you get close, it like lunges at you and you think it's to attack you, but it's just because it's so lonely.
It's a dead Gardevoir.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's way better. Forget what I said.
That's so
No.
good.
It's your idea 100%. Like all of that. But it's a dead Gardevoir that it was abandoned because we got to get that in for the ghost type because that's essential. It was abandoned on the road after an unsuccessful battle and its Pokemon trainer just released it. And it resents the Pokemon trainer to this day. So once you fight in the game, the final boss, which is the old Pokemon trainer that abandoned it, that Gardevoir, it finally, realizes that you get to the final boss and then it's like, I can have my revenge not by killing him, but by making sure that my new best friend, this Pokemon trainer, wins the battle. So then it just reverts to Gardevoir.
I think that's really good plot wise, like for a game, but to make it where you could have more than one of this Pokemon, I think you could do a Gengar Clefairy type thing where this is Gardevoir's shadow.
Or what it could be too is that it is a legend, kind of with how Carbink can become Diancie, and there's really only the one of it.
Ooh, yeah.
But it is a possibility kind of deal. So like, oh wow, like this specific Gardevoir was abandoned. So it's like the shadow version of it, but it is also the one and only, and it's like the defender of lost Pokemon.
Ooh,
like it wails from loneliness, but it will seek out and protect any Pokemon that has been abandoned itself.
Like that one Charmander who was abandoned, left on the side of the road, and his flame almost died.
It almost went out.
Well, since we've been talking about ghost Pokemon, shout out Dragapult. You the best.
Yeah, the best.
Absolutely
Literally the best.
Absolute.
Poltegeist is pretty good Pokemon too. Pretty cool design.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Spiritomb for being just the most impossible. I hate him.
Just the most wacky tobacky looking guy, feeling guy.
Shout out for Fairy type for giving him a weakness.
True.
Yeah. Caleb, make us horny.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background on this. As first of all, this game was inspired by a game played on Jordan Jesse Go. So shout out to that podcast because I love them. So
yeah, they're listening. They're listening right now.
They're listening. Jordan Morris, come on the show. I love you. Welcome to a DeviantArt quiz where I went on DeviantArt and searched 2 related topics, and you guys have to guess which one has more deviation. So that's the horn. Are you guys familiar with DeviantArt?
So I, as a child, was on DeviantArt's cousin website, Sheezy Art. Very weird. Wasn't on there. I did not understand how it worked, and so I would copy other people's that I liked, and I would put in the description that I didn't make it. But instead of like liking it or favoring it, I would upload it myself. And so I got banned on account for like 2 years and then came back and was like, oh, I was a dumbass. And
Okay.
But in
So
that time, I also know about DeviantArt.
So my guess for DeviantArt, with the little bit I've gotten here and there, and also the name itself, is it is for fan art, but it tends to be sexual, question mark?
It's
yeah,
for
kind
art.
of.
It's for art.
art in general.
Period.
However, they do not prevent you from uploading horny art and stuff.
As is the laws of the internet, if you give the people a place of art just to place their art, there will be fan art, there will be porn fan art, there will be porn.
And even in DeviantArt, there's also writings, there is like video, there's lots of stuff.
Groups
the people on DeviantArt are kind of crazy on how dedicated they are to what they are. So I've come up with several topics. You guys will be working against each other. We're not going to worry about buzzing in. You both will get a chance to answer the question. And there are basically 3 options, and you guys can talk about your reasoning. I'll give you 2 things. One of them has more hits or deviations than the other one. Okay. Some of them are a tie because I came up with the list beforehand. So, you know, one or the other, or it's a tie. We're going to go through this whole list. If it winds up being a tie at the end, the tiebreaker will be you guys pick 2 of them and try and tell me the difference between the 2 numbers of how many deviations there are. And whoever gets closest wins.
I like that, but also what if I pitched, we have to pick something that has more deviations than the other person? Do you know what I mean? Like I say
unless
Sonic,
Caleb is already revealing. I don't know.
Yeah, I won't reveal how many deviations each one has until
I was saying, I was saying if we needed the tiebreaker, then like I say Sonic, then Cordell says Shadow.
Oh, like you guys are like bidding against each other?
Yeah, whoever has the higher deviations wins. Does that make sense?
So that makes sense.
That does make sense.
I like that.
But just for the tiebreaker. Just for the tiebreaker.
That's just for the tiebreaker, yeah. So we're going to get off starting pretty strong. All of these are related. We're going to get off starting pretty strong. All right. So question number 1. Both of you will have a chance to answer. Feel free to talk about your logic in your answer too. So Hulk flexing versus Hulk pooping.
I think it's gonna be Hulk flexing, but I won't explain why because I don't want to give Cordell anything.
Just knowing, just the internet being what it is, I've got to think it's pooping. Like I've got to think that for as many people are like, oh, Hulk flexing. Hulk is always flexing. You're always seeing the Hulk flex. Hulk pooping, though, you never see that in the official stuff, so you got to get that good fan art for it. So I'm going to vote Hulk pooping.
One of you is correct, and that one of you is... Sammy, you're right. It is Hulk flexing.
He can flex so many body parts. He can only poop out of one.
Yep, he can flex everything.
That's true.
And here's the thing: you have to. Here's the kind of reasoning I'm seeing based off looking at the art for a little bit to try and figure it out. A lot of it is that She-Hulk flexing gets categorized under Hulk flexing. So keep that in mind moving forward. Keep that in mind moving forward.
Are all of these Hulk related?
Not all of them are Hulk related.
Dang it.
But all of the pairings have something in common.
Okay.
I'm going to have to start making more Hulk pooping art.
Same, though.
Number 2. Sonic pregnant, Sonic Christian.
Pregnant, for sure.
Pregnant.
It is Sonic pregnant, 100%.
Yes.
The number 1 hit, I don't want it on my computer, so I didn't download it, but it is Sonic being impregnated by Mario. So congratulations to that beautiful couple.
Love them.
Congratulations.
Shadow died in childbirth recently. I'm so sad.
Oh,
Rest in peace, my boy.
rest in peace.
The internet is a disgusting, terrible place. And we
All
are
right.
all worse for having experienced it.
Now, this one will be very fun because it's kind of a callback. If you ready, pregnant Garfield,
Oh,
Garfield Christian.
pregnant.
The internet is so horny for pregnant. But like, that's the thing though, is are you going to really include 2 pregnant wins in a row?
Well, Caleb had explained that these pairings were made up before seeing
That
the
is
results.
Yes.
Garfield Christian.
Both of you are wrong. It is a dead tie. It is a tie.
Wait, but that means both of us are right.
Yeah, both of you are right. Both of you are wrong. I'm counting it as both of you are wrong, though.
Because we didn't actually predict tie. It is about the
Yeah,
prediction.
yeah.
Okay,
not
so
the
now,
half-assed.
so tie is an option as well.
Tie
Yes.
is an
Okay.
option. Next
That's
up,
hilarious. Why are they at a dead tie though? Christianity and pregnancy. Oh,
and I will
God.
tell-
Imagine
for
Pope
that one-
Garfield.
for that one, I'll tell you the number because it is a tie, so like it can't be
Yeah.
factored in towards the end. It is exactly 8.2K number of
Damn.
deviations
Interesting.
for both of them.
How many
next
of those
up-
overlap?
Probably a lot of them.
It's weird how you of in the sperm, but you of out hot
hot
the
the
baby.
Eat the
Yep.
baby. Wait.
Next up, Mario and Sonic NSFW, or Mario and Luigi NSFW.
Sonic.
Oh.
Sonic. I think people are horny for the incest, but I think they're hornier for that queely dick.
I gotta bring it full circle again. And last time I was involved with incest, I didn't smell it. I'm smelling it now. So Mario and Luigi.
Get pranked. It's a tie again.
What the?
Ah!
8.1K for both of them, and the Luigi X Mario is almost exclusively Luigi as a femboy getting fucked.
Oh
so
my
that's
Yeah, that makes
God.
sense. That makes sense.
Oh
my gosh. It's beautiful. It's
Again,
absolutely beautiful.
Can't reiterate enough. We are all worse for
8.1K.
having been on the internet.
Yeah.
8.1K.
We were not meant
8.1.
We were not meant to know
Oh.
the dark, dark thoughts of so many disgusting individuals.
Now I'm gonna move on to something a little more wholesome for Cordell because I feel like
Aw.
Cordell needs a little bit more wholesome in the internet. Is it between the two, Wario dabbing or Waluigi praying?
Dabbing.
Praying. The image of Waluigi down on his knees, sending up a prayer to the good Lord. I think that is very good.
It's such a good image, but it is Wario dabbing is the
Yes.
winner. But I will say there is a lot of very funny art of Waluigi with a rosary, and it is just peak internet.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Jimmy Buffett
Ooh.
versus Jimmy Stewart.
Ooh.
Who's Jimmy Stewart?
Jimmy Stewart is the guy from It's a Wonderful Life and Harvey, and he was kind of an
Okay.
old time like star, you know?
And Jimmy Buffett is Jimmy
Buffett, yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Jimmy Buffett just because more name recognition.
I want to say Jimmy, but I am in such a lead. I'm gonna say Stewart just for the fun of it.
I swear, if you're right, I'm gonna scream.
Well, just for the fun of it gets you the point, Sammy. Jimmy Stewart
Bam.
has so much more fans.
Ah!
All right,
It's
next
a wonderful
up,
life. I just gotta say, it's a wonderful.
It's a wonderful life.
I
Next
literally
up.
just want the internet to look at Pokemon and Magic, and people are always mean and horny, and I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Next up is a late night showdown. That's right. It's the one and only Jimmy versus Jimmy. Jimmy Fallon v. Jimmy Kimmel. Who has more fan art?
Fallon.
Yeah, both of you are right. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon's got a face for caricature. Jimmy Kimmel does not.
Yes.
That's fair. Next up, surprising, John Wayne or John Wayne Gacy.
Oh.
John Wayne Gacy.
I'm going to say the Gayster as well.
Both of you are way wrong.
Damn.
John
Oh, thank
Wayne,
goodness. Thank
John
goodness.
Wayne, because apparently, and Sammy, you could confirm this, there was apparently at some point a member of Batman's family named John Wayne, and so there is a lot of Batman fan art that falls under John Wayne as well.
Yeah.
Caleb, I have a concern for your search as well.
I did it on the incognito window.
No.
Not that
John
kind of
Wayne
concern.
would also pull in results for John Wayne Gacy, would it not?
It actually does not, because I typed in John plus Wayne and John plus Wayne plus Gacy, so it would eliminate the Gacy because of how advanced search terms work.
Okay. Because I just wanted to make sure, because you had mentioned earlier that whenever you looked up like one term, it also pulled in from another grouping. So I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. I think that has to do more with multiple tags being attributed. And so it's searching for John plus Wayne as a tag.
Got it. Or John plus Wayne plus Gacy,
Gacy
as a tag. Got it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Cool.
John Wayne Gacy will not have John plus Wayne as a tag, most likely, is the way it went up.
Okay.
And I did go through like the first 2 or 3 pages of results to kind of like check for some of these. All right. So, yep, John Wayne blew John Wayne Gacy out of the water.
Thank goodness. Goodness wins.
Link and Ganon NSFW. Or Link and Zelda NSFW.
I mean, it's gotta be Link and Zelda, right? Like, who as a kid didn't want that to happen?
Yeah. But I'm going to go with Link and Ganon.
Oh.
Cordell cinches the point.
Okay, good.
He gets it. Yep. Link and Zelda NSFW.
I'm gonna win.
Now, I will say the score right now is Cordell 3, Sammy 5.
Yeah.
We have one question left.
Okay, yes. Cordell, you can win this. I believe in you.
So here's what I'm going to say.
This.
Do you want to make it possible for Cordell Sammy by saying that Cordell could get 2 points if he gets this right?
I think the final question should just be worth 2 points for the chance of having a tiebreaker round.
Final question is worth 2 points.
Unless Sammy wants the win for sure. I mean, if you need that, I can give you that, Sammy.
It's whatever. Maybe I'll get this right anyway.
You probably will. I've been really bad at this game.
Okay,
let's
do it. It's
question
fun.
Worth 2 points.
Yeah.
The one that I thought would have been the most fun, and my eyeballs went to hell.
Okay.
Oh no.
Hell balls.
NSFW podcaster or NSFW microphone.
Podcaster.
Well, here's the conundrum I'm in.
Yeah.
If I give the same answer as Sammy and we're both right, I lose. Same answer as Sammy, we're both wrong, I lose. My only hope at the tie is to say the one that I was already kind of leaning toward, and that's NSFW microphone. I bet those images of the microphone genitals sent your eyes to hell.
Sammy? Cordell? We're going to have to go to a tiebreaker. NSFW microphone.
Oh my God.
And most of it was a microphone as a phallic instrument with Jessica Rabbit using it in certain ways. And I don't know how that came up with NSFW microphone as a tag.
Well, here's what I'm going to say about that. You know, that was one freak with a big Jessica Rabbit microphone fetish, which how do you get there? I don't know. That was one freak who made a lot of art about it.
Do we want to do my idea for the tiebreaker or Sammy's idea of we're going to try and like bet each other?
I like us both, each of us picking a topic that we think would have a lot of art and seeing whose topic has more results.
Okay.
I like that.
And
the
I'll-
Sammy
before-
idea.
I'll give
Then
you the
before-
benefit of I'll go first.
Okay, yeah.
Then while you guys think of topics for me to have to search on DeviantArt.
I already know.
I'm gonna really quick just read out Hulk flexing versus Hulk pooping. Hulk flexing has 10.7K. Hulk pooping has 8.3. The biggest difference was John Wayne versus John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne has 17.5K. John Wayne Gacy has 8.6. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got demolished.
Damn,
Pretty big
yeah.
difference. And if you were curious, Pregnant Sonic has 13K and Christian Sonic has 10K. So I am opening up an incognito window because I'm not going to DeviantArt on my actual personal DeviantArt. Okay. Sammy.
We're gonna go easy with it.
Okay.
Lola Bunny NSFW.
Ooh.
Now, here's my question. Oh, that's a really good one, dang it. Here's my question. Does it have to be a specific character or could it be a franchise? Because I don't know if that would be too cheaty.
I think character, if
Yeah.
If Sammy had made a franchise, you would be able to bring a franchise. But since Sammy brought a specific character, why is there so much stuff?
So, Sammy has gone with NSFW Lola Bunny. I'm going to go with NSFW Lopunny.
Oh, both bunnies.
Make sure to spell it right, too. Make sure to spell it right.
LOPUNNY.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
The winner of this game by a mere 0.1K.
Oh.
The results were 8K versus 8.1. And I hate to say this out loud with my human mouth. With 8.1K, the winner is Low Punny NSFW Cordell.
Yes! That 0.1K,
Oh my
incredible.
And I will let you know, that was a lot. There was one that I saw of Lucario and Low
Yep,
Punny.
That's a common pairing.
69ing.
That is a common pairing.
That one was horrible. But on the Lola Bunny front, there was one of Lola Bunny and Zendaya drawn out.
Yo.
That was on the
Whoa.
front page. So I think if we were
send me
going
that
off
after the
who wins,
show.
Could you share that link in the chat?
Yeah, like not just for like research purposes, not for like any.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
because
go
you guys
send
are
some
being
jokes.
weird, horny.
It was a joke.
You guys are being weird and
But
horny.
really, can
I'm
you send-
sending.
No, don't actually send it.
I'm
no.
sending you a Hulk flexing picture.
Oh, okay. That's better.
I'm sending you the number one result.
Honestly,
Wow.
he's serving.
He is
You know who else serves?
the one and only Reverend Horton Heat, who is so good to let us use their song Psychobilly Freak Out as our intro theme and our outro theme. It's off the album Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em, and it's a banger of a track.
Banger. We got a banger of a TikTok. We do have a TikTok. A banger of a TikTok, but I was also supposed to say Twitter. And that Twitter is Junk House with the O, and house is a 0 because the dirty thieves have taken it once again.
Another banger is emails. Everyone gets real excited when they send and receive emails. So please send so we can receive them to junkhousemailbox@gmail.com. I promise we'll be happy.
I'll smile.
This has been a great episode. And
Week 3 is spooky month. Week 3 of
three of spooky-
Oktoberfest.
week 3 of October, it's been a great episode, and you listeners are better for listening to it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know about that.
just like we say every single week.
You sick freaks are the reason I can't Google Pokemon pictures without having safe search on.
Cordell, can you remove the poster that you have of Gardevoir up from the living room? You can put it in your room, but it being in a public space is not good.
I don't see what's so wrong about having my NSFW Gardevoir picture up when your family comes to visit. I don't get it. Why is that a bad thing? Why am I the perv?
Start spreading the.
It's a psychobilly freakout!